The quality maybe will not very good for today. I will try to do it my best. Today I wanted to talk about something that went missed in the last webinar. It was about MLM, the mailing list manager. MLM comes with MaxBulk Mailer for free. It can be installed directly from the application. You just need a server, a web server, and run the installer from inside MaxBulk Mailer. And it is exactly what we are going to do right now. We are going to try to install MLM in a server. So I have prepared here a computer. We can log in. And with MaxBulk Mailer waiting, should work, yeah. And you probably have seen in MaxBulk Mailer an icon on the toolbar that says statistics. When you click on it and you did not install the MLM before, all you get is an error. An error that says that the feature needs MLM to be installed on your server. And you have a button right on this dialog that allows you to install MLM. It is exactly the same as going selecting the MaxBulk Mailer menu and the install MLM. So we are going to do it that way. Okay, it is exactly the same. So once you have clicked here, you will get a dialog, an installation dialog. In that installation dialog, we have to input some information. It is mostly what makes people a bit afraid when trying to install MLM, because they don't understand well what the installer is asking. Actually, there is a website, there is a page. You can go whenever you want. I think the URL is mlm.maxbulk.com, and on that page you can see exactly each data you have to enter and how it has to be entered. So let's see, for example, mlm maxbulk.com. And you see here there is an explanation of the script and an installation guide. This installation guide explains everything I will try to explain today. So let's go back to the software. The first thing you have to enter when you install MLM is the user ID and the password you will use for the installation. This is free. You can put whatever you want, whatever ID and whatever password. It is not something you have to look for somewhere else. Then you have to select the language that will be used throughout the application. It can be any of those ones. Then your email address. That email address will be placed everywhere on pages and it will be used for admin messages. Your name, optional, and your website. Later, you will see something very important. It is the type of storage you will use with MLM. You have the choice between MySQL and plain text. MySQL is a type of database that is extremely fast and secure. Most servers nowadays include this type of database for free. Then you have plain text. It is, as it says, the data will be saved to plain text file. It is not recommended. This option is still there. Because on the past people may had problems with MySQL database because they were not available on some servers. So better if you select MySQL. Then you will have to enter your host address. If the database is running on the same server as the rest of your website, most of the time it will be localhost, or maybe 127.0.0.1, I believe, exactly the same. Or it can be an address. If you don't know that address, you have to ask your server. Then your account ID and password and database name, all that you will get it when you create a database. Many times you have to go to some kind of control panel, create your database there, and then you will automatically get an account ID and password. You have to input here the database name you have chosen, the password and the account ID you have chosen or not, because sometimes it is maybe the password you are free to choose it, but maybe not the account ID. This information is extremely important. If anything is wrong here, it will not work. Then you go to the next panel. On the next panel, you will enter the information to install the MLM script on your server. The installation is made through the FTP protocol. So you just need to enter your FTP server, your username, your password, and where on your server, when on your website you want MLM to be installed. You can simply put one slash, or in that case, since it is a test, I have chosen sandbox. The best is don't put anything, or just a slash, and the MLM will be installed at the root level of your server. Then another thing that is very important is your website URL, the root path. I mean, without anything but the name and the domain. This the information is used to create the MLM URL at the end of the installation. Finally, you have to select the protocol, used to be FTP, and the port. 21 is the default, and passive mode, also default. Then you click on next. MLM will start to install. Now we have select the MLM folder, it's all correct, you choose select. Since it is not the first time I'm installing MLM on this server, it will ask me if I want replace field. I will tell me to replace all. It will take a few minutes. Each file is installed one after the other. They mostly are HTML file, PHP, pictures, nothing fancy. Okay, no, we are almost finished. I'm looking at the chat, but I'm sorry, I am alone here. There is nobody working with me, and it is very difficult to see the questions, the chat, and everything at the same time. So my system is not perfect. The idea is to try to explain MLM the best I can. Okay. If you have questions, there is a place on the that says ask a question. You can ask question here, and when I end this video, I will take the last 20-25 minutes to respond all the questions I can, the best I can. So take advantage of it. We are almost done installing MLM. Okay. Now it is installing the templates. There is a message template. There is also subscribe HTML files. Now the preference, the settings, the PHP files, the main LM PHP files, the settings again. Okay, now it has set the preferences for the files, and the installation is finished. Okay, so you can close. Now that we have installed MLM, the best would be to go to the preferences and in general and see if the address is correct. In this case, I don't know why, but today it made this several times. I believe it is because I'm using a virtual machine, but the URL is not correct. I have to add the root address. I have made a lot of installation of MLM on this computer, so it is possible there is something wrong. Sandbox. Okay. This is the real URL. Automatically, the installation has added my ID, email password. I can then activate statistics and ask MLM to check for unsubscribe requests when selecting local lists, not only remote lists. There is next to the URL of MLM, there is a menu when you can access the web interface, the MLM homepage, get information about the installation, do a diagnosis of the installation, etc. We can diagnose, for example, so it says the MLM version, everything, the requests, okay, collection okay, database selection okay, query okay, okay, everything is correct. The MLM web interface looks like this. If you put the right information, I don't know if it is. I don't remember the password, but it is what. No, it doesn't matter. We'll see that later. So now we have installed MLM and everything is checked. We are going to open the statistic panel as we did before, and now we have the window as it should. In that window on the left we have a list of the deliveries, and on the right the actions that may happen on the message, like an opening or a click on the link. The best now to see how it works is actually to send a message with MLM activated. So let's see, we'll write a sample message. For example, hello. Let's put a tag inside the subject. Hello first name. Then here we will write hello first name with an alternative name, comma. How are you? How are you today? And then we are going to place an unsubscribe link. Then we click, we'll enter click unsubscribe to unsubscribe. Okay. So I have written a very little message where there is a few sentences and an unsubscribe link. If I go to the preview panel, this is how it looks like. Hello Adam, how are you today? Stan. Click here to unsubscribe. It says here and not unsubscribe because this is a tag, and the tag value is actually here. It is this one. Okay. So now, if somebody receives this message, he click on this link, it will automatically unsubscribe. We can also add a link. Go to my site, and for example, and we can enter an hyperlink. This way, insert hyperlink, edit, add a new hyperlink. The tags would be site. The text would be site again, why not? And the URL would be, for example, my MaxBulk. Okay, so we close this, and now we enter an hyperlink tag, this one. Okay, so now if we go to preview, we will see, hello Adam, how are you today? Go to my site. Very simple message. Stan, click it to subscribe. This is this link, this overlink. Both are now completely handled by MLM. So there is tracking code added to this, and tracking code added to this as well. This one is for tracking click-through, and this one is to track unsubscribe. Okay. Here we have I selected the list with 10 recipients with names, surname, company, and email addresses. So if you go to the preview, you can see how it changes the information depending on the tags. Automatically, the unsubscribe information is updated, so it is connected to the right person. Okay, now we will go and send this message. So we are ready. We have a subject. We have set the style text. We have a message. The recipients are there. Settings are correct. Well, no, they're not correct. We are going to select a server, my server, for example. Then we are going to select the test mode. The test mode is a special mode that allows me to send absolutely all the messages on the list to me. When the test mode is activated, absolutely nobody will receive the message. Everything is going to me, and it looks like it is being sent to the recipient because everything is completely customized, but I am the recipient. So test mode is activated. It can be activated here as well. So once activated, we're going to send the message. Okay, here we select to send to all the people on the list, not only me. Send. Okay. The message is being sent to the 10 people in the list. Finished. Okay. Now we can go to mail and see how I have been receiving all the 10 messages because of the test mode, completely customized with the data of each recipient. So, hello Donald, how are you today? Go to my site, Stan, click here. This is the delivery report. Hello Jorge, hello Walter, hello Edward, etc. So now I have clicked on 1, 2, 3, 4 messages. If I go to the recipients and refresh the delivery panel, now I can see here the delivery we just made right now, and the 4 opening we just made reading the message. As soon as you select the message, an opening action is created and registered in MLM. So now we can see those 4 recipients have opened the message. There are 4 of 10. And only once. If I go to mail and I again open Donald here, if I go again Donald, we have I will reload. Donald now have 2 clicks. Okay, 1 in 1. So there's 4 unique clicks of 10 because one has clicked twice. Then if we come back to mail and we click on the link, for example, let's click here and open my website through the link on the message. Automatically, if we go to MaxBulk Mailer, we can see and we load the data, and we will see that we have a new action here, and click action, where we can see Donald Tusk has clicked on maxbulk.com. On the list below, the summary, we can see that there is right now 4 opening, a ratio 40% ratio of total 5, and 1 click. The click is on this site, on my site. There is not much right now. Only click on one link to be clicked on. Sorry. Then, if we come back to mail, where is mail here? If you come back to mail and then we decide, for example, Pamela, she doesn't want to receive the message anymore, so she simply unsubscribe. She subscribes automatically. She's taken to a page where it says her subscription has been cancelled. She asked to cancel a subscription to the list. In that case, it is called a sample list. The email address has been successfully deleted. The information on the bottom can be totally customized. This is part of the MLM settings. Okay, now if we come back to MaxBulk Mailer, we can see that if we will refresh the information, we can see we have now one unsubscribe. It is one of the other action. Sorry. Okay, now we have one unsubscription, one opening, one click, and five openings. Not one, five openings. In the summary at the bottom, we have one subscription, one click, and five opening. Okay, it is how the software, the MLM system works. You can refresh the delivery list here. You can update the information here. But there is a problem when you do that right now with this version. We have a security problem. I have to fix. I believe it comes from the machine I'm using. But if you do it on this place here, it is automatically reloaded. You can select a given action. You can see only opened, only click through on subscriptions or boons. And in this case, there is no boons because I'm not tracking them. And you can group or ungroup the entries and set the interval for updates. Okay, so this is it. How MLM works to track click-through, opening, and unsubscribe, and if it is activated, boons as well. It is important when you send a message to have MLM properly installed. This is the reason why there is a menu here, so you can check the install if everything is correct. It is important to have the right information to activate the system to track statistics, to check and subscribe for local list in case your list is not remote but local. And it is also very important when you are about to send a message to actually send a list. I mean to select a list, because MLM needs a reference, needs a list to be selected. If you don't select a list, you may have problems, and MLM will not know what list it will have to remove the recipients from. So right now, if we go and select another list and come back to sample list, automatically we get an alert that says some recipients have asked to unsubscribe from the list. Okay, I click on unsubscribe, and automatically Pamela is unsubscribed from the list, and I have an opportunity to check the change and to do a save. So now my list is updated with one unsubscribe. Again, it is extremely important to always have a list selected, because if you add recipients without creating a list, MLM will not know how to update the list. Okay. Now I believe I am finished with MLM. I don't know if you have questions about that. I see there is 9 questions. Let's see. I will see if you have question related to that or no? Let's see the questions. First one has no relation. It's a will you produce work on Mac OS Yosemite? Not sure. Yosemite. I believe, if I'm correct, MaxBulk Mailer starts working on versions. Let's see in what second. I'm going to Firefox, and we'll see on the download page the minimum versions MaxBulk Mailer work with. Oh, this is me. It is 10.10.5. I'm not sure what version is this. I will have a look, and we'll see how I can respond to that question later. Okay. Now we have another question. Is there a way you can see if someone has read your email and sent via MaxBulk Mailer? It is exactly what we have seen today. This is done with MLM. It has to be installed, and once it has been installed, it is very easy to know if somebody has at least opened the message. You can't know if the recipient actually have spent the needed time to read the full message, but at least you know the recipient has received and has clicked on it. It has been opened. Okay. Let's see. Is there a reseller or affiliate program for MaxBulk Mailer? There is no reseller nor affiliate right now. It is possible in the future, some kind of affiliation. I have to look at it again. In the past, I had an affiliate system that works quite well with Regnow, if I remember well. But Regnow kicked me out. I don't know why. And everything was ended. And so I'm now looking for a new system to handle affiliate, a way it is easy for me to handle. Okay. Now let's see. I see a message in Spanish. Raquel Cruz, I believe she made a mistake. This is not the right place for Spanish. The Spanish webinar will be tomorrow, if I'm correct. Okay. Please go through the process from beginning to end of how to do subscriptions, email, subscribe, unsubscribe, and remote list. Okay. With MLM, you can create remote lists. It is quite easy to do. You have to go to the the recipient menu, and you have to select the upload to MLM. After that, what you can do is to upload the list you have selected right now, another list from the list manager, a list from a file, and then you can upload to a new list on MLM, or create in that case, if I had over lists, it is not the case, you could replace a list, append recipient to an existing link, update the existing list with new data, or delete the recipient. For example, here we could upload the current list, sample list, or just select sample list here. It's exactly the same. And then I'm sorry, but I believe I'm not showing what should. Sorry, I'm sorry. I forgot to press the button. Okay. What I was saying is to go to the recipient just to recipient menu and select upload to MLM, and then what I just said, you select to upload the list you have now selected, a list from the list manager, a file, and then create a new list or update an existing list. In this case, since there is no existing list, you can just create a new list. We will try. We choose to upload the current list, the selected list, and then we will create a new list. We will name it test list, my test list, to make the difference, my test list. And then there is no action here because since there is nothing else there, we can just upload it. Okay, the list is automatically uploaded to the server, MLM server, to the MySQL database. So now, not only we have the list on sample list, but we also have the list here available in remote lists. It is a bit slow. It's connected to server, but it should work. Now it doesn't, but it should. Now, okay. Multiple remote list. The problem here, I have quite bad connection today, and I'm not sure if it is going to connect to a server or not. Okay, never mind. It should do it, and it always do it. The problem here is that you can also see that list through the web interface. The web interface is accessible from the preferences. You just have to general here, and you go to the web interface. The list is available very well. Okay. Next question. Will you be posting this for later viewing? So much great information, not possible to take notes. All the webinar I am doing can be replayed. They are streamed on YouTube, on Facebook, on several places, and can be replayed as many times as you need in Crowdcast. You have to use the same link, and you will see when the webinar ends. You will have the possibility to replay and see go directly to the question and see each response without the need of listening me all the time. Okay, next question. I assume that MLM does not apply if one doesn't have their own personal server. If you run your own server at home and that server is only available to you, it will not work. Your server has to be open to the world, because when anybody that receives your message will click on any link on the message, it will do a connection to your server. So you have to make sure your computer is running, your server is running, MLM is running, PHP, MySQL, everything is running. Your router and your firewall is set correctly, so the incoming connection will go to the right place. It can be done, but it is not that easy. If you have some kind of automated server rack or something that is running 24 hours a day, maybe. But the best, in my opinion, is to use a web server. Much better. It is very, very easy to set up and quite reliable. Frozen for me, but I want to be clear. I can, but this answer is in an email that I send to me to about 900 people, and any of them could them choose to unsubscribe. Is that correct? Yes. If you send to if you send with MLM activated, each people will be able to unsubscribe to your list. Even if you crash, even if you could a froze, the next time you open your list and is local, you will be asked by MLM if you want to unsubscribe the people that are unsubscribed. If the list is remote, it is automatic. It is what I wanted to show you before. The list can be uploaded to MLM, and then all the tasks are made remotely on the list. And when you select remote list, you always load the updated list with all the unsubscribes, all up to date. Okay. Next. I am having a problem. I have an Excel spreadsheet with a number of columns of data that I need to import into MaxBulk. I have exported the data as both comma delimited and tab delimited text, but only the headers are picked up in MaxBulk. As there are again about 900 records, the headers are not much help. I think I am following the direction, but I am be doing something wrong. When importing recipients, it is important to make sure the information from the file and the fields, the MaxBulk Mailer fields are properly lined up, are just in front of each other. Let's see. For example, right now I don't have a file with information, but for example, if we can export the list, if I select, for example, this list and export it I will export it shuffled in purpose. I will do some change. Company first name, email address, surname. We're going to put email address at the email address at the end. We are going to select comma, for example, and Unicode UTF-8, for example, to export. Okay, and we export this list to the desktop. Save. Everything I do is exactly the same on Windows. If you are using MS Windows, it's exactly the same. Actually, I have a machine, virtual machine here with Windows 10 ready in case something is going wrong, but it is exactly the same. If you have problems with Windows 10 and whatever, just contact me and I will fix that. But it should work exactly the same way. So now we have exported the list. We can try to import it. So let's see. We create a new list. We set. We'll call it test, and then we're going to import that list. Clicking on import from a text file, we select on the desktop. Sorry, I forgot to put the extension. In that case, for example, it can be txt or csv or whatever. Okay. Now again, import from a text file. Now we can see the file and we select open. Then here we have to select the field delimiter. Since we saved in CSV format, we select comma. Automatically on the left we can see the records are properly loaded on the left. Sorry. Then what you can see here is that the company is in front of third name. First name is in front of surname, surname is in front of company, and email is, well, email is we are lucky just in front of on the right place. So it is important here at least to have email address in front of email address, because this is a mandatory field. If that field is not here and unchecked, nothing will be imported. So this has to be selected and in front of the right field. Then we can go up and down and plus company in front of company, first name. So now you are ready. So company in front of company, first name in front of first name, surname in front of surname, and email address in front of email address. Eventually, we can save the preset in case we are going to import this format more often. We select the encoding since we saved in UTF-8. We will select the same encoding, and we click on import, and boom, here we are. This is an error because this is the header. It is not imported, but the information has been imported. Okay, this is how it works. Okay. I think I am ready answering the questions. There are 8 questions. Now I'm going to see if somebody else has something to tell me in the chat. Let's see. Yes, I can see here the video URL is exactly the same as the URL you have been today. There is no change. It is exactly the same you have clicked on. You just have to come back on the same place, and you will see a replay of this webinar. Sorry. Yes, Vimeo or YouTube would be great if you could. This webinar is right now, if I'm not wrong, being broadcasted to several places. It is broadcasted to YouTube, to Facebook, to I don't remember 4 or 5 more places, and not Vimeo because for the moment I don't have an account there. But you can go to YouTube and see the video completely. And if you want to see it on here in Crowdcast, it is totally possible, and you can even see each question and jump to the answer, because I am right now clicking on timestamps, so you can then see the answer directly. And tomorrow the video will be available on maxbulk.com as well, with links, and I will probably add it to a blog post. Okay, more. I get somebody say not working for me, but it doesn't say what. Okay, can one recipient list have a preferred email and a secondary email address? Can one recipient list have a preferred email and a secondary? No. I had a request a few years ago to add the possibility to insert more than one email address per line. So the message would go automatically to several emails, to all the emails on the list. Right now, this is not possible because the recipient list is one record per line, and you have only one email address per line. So, but I will consider this because I believe it is interesting. I think it is what you are asking here. Not sure, but I believe so. I'm looking at the I'm looking at this session 1 hour just per I have problem today with the internet connection. I have received several errors. It's not usual, but I am broadcasting at an hour where there is some kind of there is too many people connected at the same time. Disney Plus, Netflix, and etc. And I have sometimes problems to broadcast. I have to do it at this time because it is the best time to do that. 6 o'clock on there. It is sorry, 9 o'clock on the US. It is 6 o'clock 6 o'clock. No, it is almost 7 o'clock here, and it is better to take the most people I can, except people from Australia, evidently. Okay, still frozen. Okay, I don't see anything ever. It is very long list. If anybody have more questions, I will be happy to respond. Okay. Since I have a few minutes more, and there is no more question. Again, I am seeing there is Spanish people on the list. I don't remember, but there is something. I don't know. I don't know if it is tomorrow or next week in Spanish, and something in French tomorrow or next week. I don't remember the scheduling. Okay. I will show you right now something else about MaxBulk Mailer. Um, okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. About let's see the preferences. There is a places here in the delivery panel. There are many people that don't understand what the preferences are and what they are for, and actually they are quite simple to understand. One of the setting that can sometimes fix problem is this one. It is where you want the delivery report to be sent, and by default it is always sent to the from address. But maybe you need it to be sent to another different address. It is a place to enter that address. So you can enter a customer address if you are sending a message for somebody else. Then you can select the type of delivery. You can by default select summary. This is only what you have seen before, or detailed. The detail will include the list of all people that will have been sent. Can be a big list. Then the format you can send by default it is HTML, but you can also look at receive your report in plain text. Then you have the delivery ID. The delivery ID it's the number you have seen before in the statistics. Each time you send a message, that message has a number, and that number can be set here. It is very important not to change it too often, because you will end overwriting data, statistic data, one among each other. I mean, if you, for example, if you have a desktop computer and a laptop, and you are using MaxBulk Mailer on the two computers, and you are using the same IDs with very different messages, will mix all the information in one delivery. If you use delivery 10 in two messages, you will get wrong data. I guess you understand what I mean. Later, you have to. The best would be to input another number. I don't know. For example, you can put here 10,000 for the desktop computer, and number slower for the laptop. And next, we have the connection log. It is what you see on the delivery panel. You can output it to a file. This is the default. This is the default because when you have a problem, I will ask you to send me that file. That file can be found here. When you go to the delivery here, you will see just on the left of test mode, there is a little triangle. On Windows, it is another icon, quite different. And then you can select all the deliveries that has been done in this computer. It's the same as the history here. The same. It is mostly the same. those files can be are located into preferences. You can go there and you can send it to me when it is needed. I would tell you. Then in preferences, so next preference would be the default compression. I never used it, but if you want a sound to be played after the message is sent, the preview message during delivery, it is a function that was deactivated years ago because it gave sometimes problems because some customers, some clients, some users was spending all the time in the preview message on the preview panel, looking how all the data was, all the message was created with the custom data, and sometimes this is quite time consuming because the preview, maybe HTML is the HTML preview is made with a browser. It is a Safari or Internet Explorer browser embedded inside MaxBulk Mailer. And each time you update data, you are reloading browser and you are forcing the application to render the HTML, and that causes crashes and problems. So I decided to remove that option. Then the connection. It is a really interesting settings here because it allows you to resume a dropped connection after a given amount of time. Your server may have a delivery limit or may run into problems and then throw an error or disconnect you. This option forces MaxBulk Mailer to resume the connection after a given amount of time, a given interval. By default, it is 15 seconds. I believe it is good for most installs, but if you set it to 1, 2, or 3 minutes, maybe better if you are using secure connections. Then you can set the retries and the timeout. The retries, how many time MaxBulk Mailer will try to resume, and how much time it will wait after considering the condition a timeout. Then finally, something also interesting to fix problem, it is encoding. By default, it is set to automatic, and automatic encoding means most of the time MaxBulk Mailer will encode your message using what is called quoted printable. It will replace special characters with codes, and it depends on the char set you are using and many other settings. I believe in 99% of the cases you will never have to change this because it works quite well. But a few days ago I had a problem with a user that had a recurrent problem when sending given accentuated characters. I don't remember which character it was, but it was a French character, if I remember well. And I asked him to set the encoding to 8 bits, and it finally worked. 8 bits means the characters are sent without any encoding. Actually, they are sent as is. Nowadays, the email system, used to work on 8-bit system. It is modern. On the past, most server was only 7 bits, so it was impossible to send characters above 128 in the ASCII table. So you have to encode them. I know it is a bit technical, but actually it is quite simple. It is all about old time. And then you have another system that is called base 64. It is also a way of encoding the data. I would say it is bulletproof. If quoted protocol doesn't work, 8-bit doesn't work either. If there is chances it will work with base 64. Base 64 will encode the whole message and as a block. And there is a header that says the message is base 64, and the receiver will automatically take the message and decode everything, and that works I believe all the time. But it is not usual to use that system, so I the default is quoted to be quoted printable because so far it has been the most compatible one. Okay. Um, I have 5 minutes left. I will see if there is more questions. See, no more questions. Okay. Okay. To finish the 4 last minutes, I will ask you to tell me if you liked this, because for me it is a lot of work to do that. To say the truth, I'm a programmer. I'm not a commercial guy. I'm not a camera guy. I spend my time coding, and doing that is something new for me, and I like it, but it requires a bit of work. I'm not, as you can see, I'm not an English speaker. I'm French. I'm French, and I bilingual. I speak Spanish, French, and English as bad as you can see. I speak Spanish and French better. But in my day-to-day work, I use English 100% of the time. I write in English, I read in English, I code in English, but I don't. I almost never speak English, and it is quite curious because speaking, reading, and writing and understanding, listening are four different abilities. You can be very fluent writing. I can write blog entries quite easily. I can read English 1%. I have no problem. I can um, talk a bit, but sometimes I have problem understanding when US American on the phone from some places of the US with very weird accent. Sometimes I have some problems to understand. The same here where I live in Spain, where there are people that talk quite well. Okay, it is all I can do for you for today. Please ask me whatever you need. Please contact me through email. Ask me whatever you need. I would like to create. I'm looking for a way to create small videos, tutorial videos, and add them everywhere on my site. I'm trying to, because I believe video is better than text. Um, but I need material. I need question idea. I need to know what the people actually want to listen. This is the reason why I prefer Q&A sessions than a tip session like this one, because with Q&A sessions you give me most of the material I have to talk about. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching this webinar, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.